The Mayans were one of the most advanced civilizations in history. From towering pyramids to intricate calendars, their achievements were nothing short of astonishing. But beyond their cities and temples, they left behind cryptic messages, symbols, prophecies, and knowledge that still baffle historians today. Were they trying to warn us? Were they preserving a lost history? In this video, let's uncover the hidden messages of the Mayans. The mysterious Mayan calendar. The Mayan calendar is one of history's greatest puzzles. It's not just one calendar, but a system of multiple cycles, the most famous being the long count calendar. This system marked time in vast periods, predicting major changes rather than endings. When the calendar reached a significant point in 2012, many believed it predicted the end of the world. But in reality, it only signified the start of a new era. The Mayans saw time as cyclical, with civilizations rising and falling in repeating patterns. Could they have been warning us about our own future? Their advanced astronomical knowledge allowed them to track planetary movements with incredible accuracy. Even today, their predictions about solar eclipses and cosmic shifts remain impressive. The Mayans clearly understood time in ways we are still trying to decode. But their messages didn't stop in time. They also left behind books filled with mysterious knowledge, the lost codices. The Mayans recorded their knowledge in beautifully detailed books called codices. These books contained information about astronomy, medicine, rituals, and even past civilizations. However, when Spanish conquerors arrived, they destroyed almost all of them, believing they were dangerous. Only 4 codices survived, and what they reveal is astonishing. They contain complex star charts, healing techniques, and strange stories about beings from the sky. What was so threatening about these texts that they had to be erased? Some believe the Mayans had access to lost knowledge, perhaps even from an earlier civilization. The codices that remain hint at deeper truths, but with so much lost, we may never fully understand their messages. Were these books simply records of daily life, or were they preserving something bigger? Something the world wasn't ready to know. Perhaps their temples hold more clues, carved in stone and waiting to be discovered. The temple carvings that speak of visitors from the sky. Mayan temples are covered in carvings that tell stories of gods, warriors, and great rulers. But some of these carvings depict strange figures, beings with large eyes, helmets, and what appear to be breathing devices. One of the most famous is King Pakal's sarcophagus lid, which looks like he is operating a spacecraft. Some believe this is evidence of ancient astronauts visiting Earth, while others say it's just a symbolic journey to the afterlife. The Mayans often describe their gods as coming from the sky, bringing knowledge and power. Were these just myths, or were they recording real encounters? Even their calendar aligns with cosmic events in a way that suggests a deep understanding of the universe. Could they have had help from an advanced civilization? Their carvings raise more questions than answers, and as we explore deeper into their cities, even bigger mysteries emerge. The mysterious city of El Mirador. Deep in the Guatemalan jungle lies El Mirador, one of the oldest and largest Mayan cities. This ancient metropolis was home to tens of thousands of people and features some of the biggest pyramids ever built. But something strange happened. El Mirador was abandoned long before the height of the Mayan Empire. Why did its people suddenly disappear? Some believe war or drought forced them to leave, while others think a catastrophic event wiped them out. The city's massive structures suggest a highly organized society, yet much of its history remains a mystery. Hidden hieroglyphs hint at lost knowledge, possibly warning future generations of dangers they faced. Could the collapse of El Mirador be a warning for us today? The ruins tell a story of greatness and sudden decline, a pattern that seems to repeat throughout history. And when it comes to patterns, the Mayans were experts, especially in understanding nature. The warnings about climate change. The Mayans thrived for centuries, but their downfall was partly due to their own impact on the environment. Deforestation, drought, and soil exhaustion weakened their cities, making them vulnerable to collapse. Sound familiar? Today, scientists believe the Mayans left warnings hidden in their ruins, messages about the dangers of overusing natural resources. Their records describe long periods of drought that destroyed crops and forced people to abandon cities. They were masters of astronomy and agriculture, yet even they couldn't stop nature's wrath. Are we making the same mistakes today? The Mayan collapse shows how even the most advanced civilizations can fall if they don't respect their environment. Could this be their greatest message to us? Their knowledge of nature was vast, and their warnings may be more relevant now than ever. But their messages weren't just about survival. They also spoke of destiny, time, and forces beyond our control. The ball courts of life and death. The Mayans didn't just play games, they turned them into sacred rituals. Their ball courts, found in almost every major city, were sites of high-stakes competitions with deep spiritual significance. Players had to keep a solid rubber ball in motion using only their hips, knees, and elbows. But this wasn't just a test of skill. Many believe it was a battle between life and death. Some inscriptions suggest that the losing team was sacrificed, while others claim it was the winners who were honored by offering their lives to the gods. The Mayans believed in balance, and this game symbolized the struggle between light and darkness, order and chaos. Could they have been teaching us about forces that still shape our world today? Their belief in cosmic balance didn't stop at games. It extended to their most sacred prophecies, where they predicted the return of 9 powerful rulers. The prophecies of the 9 gays, the Mayans, believed that time moved in cycles, each controlled by divine rulers. One of their most intriguing prophecies speaks of the 9 gods, powerful beings who would return to restore balance. According to inscriptions, these rulers influenced history and would reappear in the future to guide or challenge humanity. The last recorded cycle of these gods ended in the 20th century, leading some to speculate that we are now in a transition phase awaiting their return. Were these gods real historical figures, celestial beings, or something else entirely? Some researchers believe they could represent a lost lineage of great leaders, while others think they are symbolic of great shifts in civilization. If the Mayans were right about time being cyclical, are we on the brink of another great change? Their warnings weren't just written in stone. They were also hidden deep underground, in the caves they believed were portals to another world. The underground caves. For the Mayans, caves were not just dark, hollow spaces. They were entrances to Xibalba, the underworld. They believed that these underground chambers connected the physical world with the spiritual realm. Many caves contain offerings, human remains, and strange carvings, suggesting they were used for sacred rituals. Some caves were even thought to be passageways, where gods and spirits could cross into our world. Recent discoveries have uncovered massive underground tunnel systems beneath Mayan cities, raising the question, were these just ritual spaces or were they something more? Did the Mayans know about a hidden network beneath the earth? Some believe these tunnels could have been part of a lost transportation system or even places of refuge during disasters. Whatever their purpose, these caves show that the Mayans had a deep understanding of hidden forces. But their knowledge wasn't just about the earth. It extended far beyond, reaching into the stars. The Mayan super-knowledge of astronomy. Long before modern telescopes, the Mayans tracked the stars with incredible precision. They accurately predicted solar eclipses, tracked planetary movements, and even aligned their temples with celestial events. Their fascination with Venus, in particular, raises questions. Why did they believe this planet was so important? Some researchers suggest that Venus was linked to major events, wars, and even changes in leadership. How did they achieve this level of accuracy without advanced instruments? Some believe it was purely through observation and calculation, while others suggest they may have had knowledge passed down from an even older civilization. Their ability to predict cosmic events challenges what we thought ancient cultures were capable of. If they were this advanced in astronomy, what else did they know? Some Mayan texts suggest they weren't the first great civilization in their region. Could they have inherited their knowledge from an even older, lost society? the lost civilization that came before them. Hidden within Mayan texts and legends are references to an older, forgotten civilization. The Mayans spoke of the people of the first sun, a society that existed before them and mysteriously disappeared. Some scholars believe this could be a reference to the Olmecs, an ancient culture that built massive stone heads but left little written history. Others speculate that there was an even earlier civilization, one that may have possessed knowledge beyond what we can comprehend. The Mayans built many of their cities on top of older ruins, suggesting they inherited more than just land. Could they have been preserving the wisdom of a lost world? Some ancient structures are so advanced in design that they raise questions about the engineering abilities of past civilizations. If there was an advanced society before the Mayans, what happened to them? And could the Mayans have been trying to warn us about their fate? The Mayans left behind more than just temples and calendars. They left messages hidden in the stars, carved into stone, and buried in legends. Were they simply preserving knowledge, or were they warning us about cycles of time, environmental disasters, and lost civilizations? Were they trying to tell us something we have yet to understand? What do you think? Are we missing the true meaning of the Mayan legacy? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.